Hello my gorgeous makeup loving friends, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Teresa. Today's video is testing out a new product, specifically an LED face mask for 30 days. Right, the reason behind this is that the brand themselves, Current Body, actually reached out, sent this to me for free. So let's be very, very clear on this, and said that they wanted a review in exchange. So this is what's happening here. And they were like, hey, we bet you can't do this for 30 days. And I'm like, I don't think you know me and my need for routine. So yeah. Now the big thing here is like, is there going to be a change over 30 days? That's right, we're doing a whole before and after, and despite this being given to me for free, don't think that I'll be going easy on them and saying that everything is amazing if I don't think it is. But I mean, look at already, like I get to wear this. What an improvement on my face that will be. So if you are interested in getting a review on this, seeing what I think of it, seeing the before and the after results after 30 days, then this is the video for you. Do please keep on watching. So today is the 17th of October. I haven't started using the Current Body yet, but I figured I'd give you a little bit of a before. Right, my skin isn't at its best at the moment. There's a lot of variables happening right now. My angular cheilitis is flaring up. I've been to the dentist quite a bit, so I've got quite a few spots around here. But in general, my skin isn't the absolute worst. I'm 34 years old, in case you're wondering what the story is with my forehead and why it's a little bit shiny. I get Botox from time to time. The last time I got Botox was the 7th of September. So it's kind of worn off to some degree, but you know me, I like to be very, very transparent. Yeah, my skin is in okay condition, but you know me, I'm always interested to see what else I can possibly do to make my skin a little bit better. And this has like 122 lights, like red lights in it, which I'm like, that is a lot of lights for a very small surface area. So I'm kind of interested. So this is my before. I know, try not to be too jealous. Let's do some fairly regular check-ins to see how it's all going. I figured I'd also show you my skin and how it's looking right now using a phone camera. I don't have any like studio lights, can we call it that? Because that generally makes your skin look a little bit better. I was like, let's have it right at the window where there's natural light. That's why you probably saw a shadow moving at one point, just so we can get the most accurate reflection of what's going on. So I previously shot on my Canon, and this is an iPhone 15. I know, but it'll give you some clue. Let's not look at that. That's just my angular cheilitis, which by the way, the mask isn't meant to do anything on. So let's be 100%, realistic on that. Skin isn't awful at the moment, but always open for a little bit of an improvement. I've had the mask charging and I'm hoping that it's at full power here. I have the little manual here that kind of talks you through it. I will say there's not a huge amount of information about like setting it up, etc. There doesn't seem to be like any sort of an app. There's just like an on-off button and it gives you 10 minutes of this light therapy. They even tell you like here about the two different forms of light. So one is the red light, and that goes through the epidermis through to the dermis, which like is meant to be what gives you the collagen or increased collagen production. And then there's like a near red, which is the 830. I think it's nanometers, so that's the infrared. And that goes through the epidermis, through the dermis, and into the hypodermis, which I'm quite excited about because I've had quite a few like spots here recently. So I'm hoping it'll go okay. Now, within this, you get all your like charging cables, but there's no plug. I've noticed that seems to be happening an awful lot more with electronics, which I personally don't love, but there you go. I've had it charging. There's quite a few components to it. Like it is quite big, but the box itself, quite neat, quite small. You have your little bag here to store it in, which is great because I will be traveling with this at some point quite soon. And it does look like there's a good level of flexibility to this. Now, I'm extremely sensory, so I personally think that's a really great idea. I'm not 100% certain as to how this is meant to function, simply because, and I've looked through this, they haven't actually outlined what goes on here. Like how do you, like, they just say that this is what it is, the detachable adjustable head strap. And I personally, I've gone through it and I cannot figure out how you're meant to attach it. Like, a little bit strange. I'm like, guys, you need to have better instructions on this. These are your like little eye guard things. So, I mean, these should be relatively straightforward to put in. Like, I'm personally going to go for that just simply because I have quite sensitive eyes and I'm very photosensitive. Okay, that's very, very easy to put in. I'm assuming, is that the way that it goes? Or is it the other way around? Again, I kind of wish they had a bit more info on this. Yeah, they don't even have like the complete picture to show you what it would look like. I'm assuming actually maybe this bit would go on the inside so that you'd have like a little bit of cushioning. That's what I'm assuming. Okay, at least it's easy to attach and detach so that you can like do that level of things. I have no idea how I'm going to manage with the strap. I do like though that this does look like it's quite comfortable to wear. Like I said, I'm very sensory and could be an issue, you know, for people who've like chronic pain, if it's not very amenable to that sort of thing. Now, this is where I'm kind of like, what is going on? There's these little things here, so I'm assuming that it's that I put it through this. Now, I do find it quite odd that you can't really adjust it. Like, it says it's adjustable, but like, how? Okay, so I'm obviously going to have to take my glasses off, and I'm removing this just because it'll get in the way. It's quite a bulky little thing. See, you have your wire going through here, and you have your little on button here, and it's meant to give you 10 minutes. I mean, it doesn't exactly like mold to the face, but it's not wildly uncomfortable. I would like it to be a bit more like here, but sure, we'll see. You know, proof is going to be in the pudding. Have the little button here. No, maybe not. I have no idea. Am I meant to like keep this plugged in? Because that would seem a bit weird. Like, I'm going to unplug it again just to see, does that... Oh, okay. Okay, so you have to actually press and hold it down. Okie dokie. Let's do troubleshooting. There we go. You won't get the best of me, you crafty little mask. Okay. I feel like it's a little bit tight around here, around where my eyes are. And again, not kind of as tight as I might need it for down here, but we'll see. The joy for me is that I obviously wear glasses. So I know for a lot of people they could just sit and watch TV. I can't. So let's see. Let the transformation begin. Okay, so how much is this actually blocking out the light? But quite a bit actually. Like, I see a little bit of a red tinge. Like, I'm aware of it in my periphery. But like beyond that, not massively. I already feel like I look better. Like, this is a massive improvement on my previous visage. Also, are you enjoying the ambience of a fire being behind me? It is October. Yeah, it does feel like this is quite tight around here. Now, it gives 10 minutes of a therapy, which, you know, is really good. I don't know if I can tolerate it like around my eyes. As I said before, I'm very sensory, I'm autistic, so I struggle a little bit with these things. And then I feel like nothing down here, like there's good maybe half an inch between here. And maybe that's how it's meant to be, but then there's a good like inch here between my chin and here. So I'm not 100% certain. I don't know, like, I mean, I'm willing to make myself uncomfortable if it does actually work. Like, I've done my before pictures out in the sunlight because that'll give you the most accurate thing, and your skin is always going to look better if you have a bunch of lights on, hence why I haven't done this with lights on. I'm hoping I can stick to the 30 days. They've asked me to do a 30-day challenge, and I'm like, oh goodness. Oh goodness, like I really struggle with that sort of thing. I don't know how far I'm in now. I think like there should be like a timer or like an app that like tells you that. So I feel like that's a little bit frustrating. But I mean, 10 minutes, it's not bad. I'll check in with you once the 10 minutes is done, because otherwise, I mean, that's going to be so dull to have a look at. But so far, it's okay. And I feel like the strap is actually the right kind of width for me, at least so far. And it's definitely, yeah, it's generally quite comfortable. I think I'm getting used to around here as well. That's just me like acclimating. It takes me a little bit. So my first 10-minute session is done. It does give you like this little beep where it goes dee, and then just the lights completely go off. Yeah, it was actually quite comfortable over time. Like once I got used to the sensation, it doesn't press down. And I was thinking of this because I've had red light masks before, and there's one that I have and it's quite heavy, and I had my friend Daniela try it and she couldn't tolerate it for very long. It was too constricting. I feel like this would work a little bit better. She has fibromyalgia, and like this is way more flexible, like it can mold, and I actually think that's a really nice point of it. So far quite interesting. Obviously I'm not going to see any sort of a difference right now, but I will check in as we go. Today is the 19th of October, so it's just on a Saturday, and yeah, I'll keep you guys updated and see what the story is. So today is the 30th of October. I'm almost at the halfway point. So I've been using the current body mask for the last 12 days, and I can already see just my under eyes. Look at how good they look. Like that is nuts. Yes, I have a couple of spots. That's not really that related, although I'm kind of wondering if this increases your collagen production. Could it increase like skin cell regeneration? I don't know. But in general, the tone of my skin is looking pretty good. I'm just standing here at the window. There's natural light coming in. Not a huge amount of natural light because it's the west of Ireland. But I think that already I'm seeing a difference. And also, you might have noticed when I started on the 19th, I had really bad angular cheilitis. Like I couldn't open my mouth past about here. It physically hurt. And I've had medications, etc. for it, and it wasn't really doing anything. But within a couple of days of starting the current body, I don't know if it's like just a sheer coincidence or what, this has pretty much cleared up. Look at that. Like it's still a little bit, but I mean, it was nasty looking. So I'm quite happy with that already. I have a couple of spots here and I'm terrible because I do pick. But I think just even my skin tone looks a lot more even. Yeah, I mean, obviously I've still another 18 days to go, but I figured I'd do a quick check-in. Again, just bring you in so you can see the skin a little bit better. I feel like it does look pretty good. I mean, let's not look at the spots. That's not really meant to do anything on that, but even on the forehead, like I said, I haven't had any Botox since September. So what I have, it's probably like worn off. And this looks pretty good. Like you can tell it's not Botox because otherwise it'll be shiny, you know? Yeah, I mean, I think this is looking pretty good, all things considered. I'll see what the next couple of days do. So today is November 2nd, as you can see from my phone. There you go. See, we have our receipts. So that means I have been doing this mask for the last 2 weeks every single night. I'm so good. And also, if you hear scurrying, it's because there's a cat here who's just like, oh, I don't know what's happening. Right. I mean, I feel like the results are kind of speaking for themselves. Do I need to talk around them? I kind of feel like I don't have to. The very fact that the first thing that was said to me this morning was, oh my God, your skin is looking great. I have had issues with angular cheilitis, I'd say for the past 3 or 4 years. I've been talking about it off and on here and there. And it was so bad 2 weeks ago when I started this that I couldn't open my mouth. I know this is not what this is meant to be used for, but I mean, it's so much better. Sorry, Sergeant is just like jumping around. I cannot get space to do what I need to do, but it is so much better. Like, I cannot get over that. And yes, I still have pimples because I'm a human being and that's just the way that these things go. But look at how much more even my skin tone is. Like, again, even just down to how quickly these pimples have actually healed. Like, that's a bit nuts. And at this point, I'd say my Botox has completely worn off and it looks pretty darn good up here. Can I be 100% real? Okay, the mask itself, I feel like it's not the most comfortable thing to wear, but like, it's only 10 minutes, it's not a big deal. I kind of sit there and like watch TikTok or whatever, it's not a big deal. I have been so impressed by it within these 2 weeks, and I'm like, okay, what's going to happen after another 2 weeks? That I have been thinking about getting one for, because they have one for like the neck and the chest, and I'm like, oh, this is how you get me. You send me this for free, you're like, try this for 30 days, and I'm like, oh, Jesus, like even my under eyes, look at my under eyes. Let's take the glasses off. And also if I have like sleep still in them, it's because I haven't put any skincare on, right? Obviously, like, your skin looks better once you've put skincare on, but I'm trying to show this as accurately as I can. Like, this is, I'm really impressed, like genuinely impressed. So I'll do another check-in soon. I'm obviously a natural light here because that'll give you the best, most accurate indicator without kind of like washing things out and making it look better than it actually is. But yeah, I'll do another check-in maybe in a week, let you guys know what the story is. Today is the 21st of November, so that means that I have been using this Current Body LED light mask kajigger for 30 plus days. Now, I would have checked in on the 30-day mark, but I got sick. And I am still sick, by the way, so actually this is probably not the best indicator of what this mask is actually like. And you know how I started off kind of going, I'll show you my skin in natural light. It is now 20 to 5 p.m. Here in Ireland on the 21st of November, and it is almost dark out. So I actually had to shimmy my arse outside when there's a little bit of snow on the ground, it's nothing major, but just to show you what my skin actually looks like. Now, bearing in mind, I'm sick as a dog. I'd show you my tonsils, but they're gross. But it will still give you a decent sort of an indication. Oh, you can see my breath. It should give you a decent enough indication as to what my skin looks like. So I'm going to remove here. They do say that you're going to get, what was it, a 24% reduction in wrinkles. And I have a few on my forehead. It's nothing major, but I have actually noticed a reduction to the point that a few people have actually said it to me. Now, normally my under eyes have been looking really, really good, but because I'm sick, let us not even talk about that. Oh, my cat Darcy is here. He's a very handsome man. Yeah, the skin, the blemishes are nowhere near as bad. The angular cheilitis has essentially gone. Any blemishes that I do get, because I do get blemishes quite a bit, they have been healing really, really quick because that does help with that. So yeah, this is essentially the after. Let's take off the glasses to see it a little bit better. So yeah, I think just even if we take out the under eyes, because like I said, sick as a dog, I think my skin looks really damn good. And I will also include a picture that I took just a few days ago before I got sick, because my skin has never looked so damn good. I will also show you this on my camera phone, because that will give you another indication as to what these things look like. Because I've said it before, the kind of camera that you use to film things on, very, very different. You would think at this moment in my life that I would know where the camera is. Is the camera there? It's there. Who knows? Anyways, I can't help but look at myself. My skin is looking pretty good. Let's get uncomfortably close. Yeah, I have a few little spots, but you would have seen me at the beginning of this. I get much worse spots than that, and these have been healing really bloody quick. Don't look at my nose, that's just being rude. And yes, I have one here, and that was, if you were watching actually my Artitude Cosmetics video the other night, this was huge. This has already come down so quickly. Let's look at the forehead. Now, full disclosure, I do get Botox every so often, but the last time I got it was in September. So it's well worn off. Oh, sorry, I can see my breath. It's quite cold out here. But it's looking pretty good. So this is our after. And again, outside of the the sad under eyes, because they have, by the way, been looking amazing. It's just being sick. But look at me. Do I look like I have tonsillitis? You would look at my skin and kind of go, she looks pretty good. Like, look at that evenness of skin tone. That looks pretty damn good. Yeah. I'm annoyed because it's really damn good. That's very annoying. I wish I could tell you, like, no, save your money. It's shit. But no, it's really good. It's frustrating, isn't it? Sometimes you want to be able to, like, say, oh no, this product, it's overhyped. But you know what? I can't lie. You can see it for yourself. Very frustrating. But yeah, I'll talk about the overall results, show you the before and after, and we'll have a little chat about it. Okay, so let's actually talk about the results of this, what can only be described as a terrifying mask. I do feel I probably look my best when I have it on, you know. I do look pretty darn good. Like, the transformation is amazing. Here's the thing, right? When Current Body approached me and were like, hey, do you want to try this? I was like, yeah, okay, grand. And they were like, oh, you'll see results in 30 days. I was skeptical. You know, I've used red light therapy masks before. I have one myself already. And I kind of thought, okay, these are pretty good, but like, how much of a difference could I see in 30 days? But I figured, screw it. I'm going to show you the pictures now because I took pictures on my phone. You're going to see those ones first. And then I took pictures, obviously, through my Canon, so my general recording camera. So there's like a general spiel with the mask about like why it works and the way that it works. Basically, it uses these particular wavelengths that have been shown through studies, and I have looked them up. You know, they're pretty solid. Basically, they get through about 4 millimeters of skin tissue to help to essentially promote the production of collagen. As you get older, your skin stops producing collagen, or it reduces the amount of collagen that you're essentially producing. Yeah, well done, Teresa. Well, English is my first language. Isn't that hard to believe? Basically, yeah, we get older, sorry, no more collagen for you. And you know, all those skin treatments that are like, hey, this has collagen in it. No, it's not going to permeate the skin barrier. But this does, and there's a hell of a lot of lights in it, right? There's 132 LEDs, so 66 are red and 66 are near infrared. And they say it's for complete coverage. My God, when I had this on, I felt like I could be seen from space, which was kind of like both a positive and a negative in that, you know, you could obviously see that there was a lot of light in it, it was working, etc. But for me, it was really disorienting. So I had to, you can, by the way, walk around with it. You could, if you wanted, you can put like the plug into your pocket, have a little wander. But I was already at a disadvantage because I have glasses and I have to take them off to use this. So I was like, oh my God, and the amount of things I bumped into, and I just got so disoriented. So I eventually figured out, do you know what, Teresa, the best way to deal with this is to just sit down and listen to an audiobook. And actually, that ended up being a very, very pleasant experience for me. And hopefully you can see from the pictures, there is quite a marked difference, right? They say that, by the way, you get a 24% reduction in wrinkles within 4 weeks. I don't know if that's necessarily true for me. I do think that my skin looks much improved. It's much kind of clearer in tone. Any bit of redness, not that I had a huge amount of redness, but any bit of kind of difference in skin tone had changed for the better. And you have to remember, my after picture, I am sick. I'm sick with tonsillitis and I still look better. I like it. How? Like, that is a bit whatever. But apparently the near infrared helps to increase blood circulation, apparently, which brings oxygen to the cells. That's essentially the spiel that they've said, and I'm like, okay, I trust you guys. I guess that's what it does. But I mean, let's be real. You know, you can see it through the results yourself. You've seen the before and after. Let's talk about my personal experience with it. Right. So actually quite easy to use. The only thing that I'll say is I probably saw this earlier on, I was kind of surprised with the button here. I'd like pressed it once like this and I was like, why is it not working? You have to press it down. Not that big a deal. I kind of like that there isn't an app. It just makes it less finicky. There's a lot of lights to it, as I said, and they said it's 31% more powerful than other LEDs. Yeah, because you can be seen from space. Like, it's nuts. So if you are photosensitive, just bear that in mind. Now, I am quite light sensitive, and yes, they have these shields here to protect your eyes, but I think because they're white, they don't block out the whole thing. Like, I can see a certain amount of the red light. It does slightly bother me, and there's like a minute or so after I take the light or the mask off that I'm like, where am I? Who am I? What's going on? And I just feel a bit like I can't really be moving around just in case. Now, if you have a very hectic lifestyle and you plan on trying to do stuff while wearing this, it may not be right for that. You know, personally, it works for me, right? In the sense that I'm usually very busy, but I make time to do my skincare and do my bits and pieces. And I just sit down and I'm like, this is me time. And in that sense, it actually works pretty darn well. Now, they say it's comfortable. I have a lot of sensory stuff, not as many as others, but more I'd say than average. And definitely down this part, like the lower half, definitely more comfortable. Like, it gives you a good bit of room here. However, from around here, it's much more tight than other masks that I have. Is that a deal breaker? Not for me, because I mean, it works really, really well. But I was thinking about my friend Daniela. She has fibromyalgia, and a lot of her symptoms are like kind of face pressure pain. And I feel like something like this, for those of you who may have chronic pain localized around there, this may not be helpful for that. So just keep that in mind. I mean, I know it's so sexy and you want to wear it, but just in case, because it is spendy. £299, but they have said that they've given me a code. It's not affiliated. I won't make any money off of this. Literally, this is what I've gotten out of doing the video, is this, and it's mine and you can't have it. But the code at the moment for Black Friday will give you 20% off. It's just my name, Teresa, Teresa. So that's quite a good bit off, which I think is quite impressive. It's super, super portable. I did actually bring this with me to a few places. And actually, you don't have to charge it that much. It keeps its charge pretty darn well, I have to say. Yeah, I was pretty impressed. So obviously, I was gifted this, and I want to kind of give you a good review of this. I have been able to use this for the last 30 days, which, by the way, as soon as I integrated this into my routine, I thought it was going to be really difficult, but actually, it's been fine. It's actually been grand. Here's the thing. Right? Would I have bought this for myself? No, I wouldn't have, right? Because I already had a red light mask and I thought that was fine. Foolish me. Now I have this and I'm like, this is so much better. And I did a lot of research on that other mask, I'm not going to name it, and I figured, oh, that seems pretty good. That seems pretty good. And actually they're relatively comparable in price. And now I'm looking at this one and kind of saying, if this left me in the morning, which I hope it doesn't, please don't leave me. The important question is, would I go off and spend my money on this? I actually would. I would now. I wouldn't have a month ago because I thought what I had was good. And now I have seen the light. That's a terrible pun. But it's actually, like, it is damn good. Here's the thing. Do you need this? No, there's very little in life that you need. Let's be 100% real. But if you are looking for specifically a red light mask and you want to see one that works, I mean, you've seen the before and after. You don't need me to give you a whole spiel about there's lights and it works and it's clinically proven, blah, 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 blah. You're smart, right? You see all of that. You don't need me giving you a spiel. There is a code. You can use it for money off. Have a little gawk around. I'm partly annoyed that they have sent this on to me now, because I could have gone the rest of my life without knowing about this and I'd have been using subpar red light masks. I wouldn't have noticed. I'd have been like, oh yeah, it's totally fine. I'm just staging it. Is what it is. And I've been looking at their goddamn website, and there's other things like stuff for your décolletage. That's right, I'm fancy. And I want to get that because obviously like your neck and your chest tends to kind of age because we don't spend as much time doing stuff on that. Not that there's anything wrong with aging, blah, 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 whatever. Like, this is just my choice. If you don't want to do that, that's totally fine. I was really impressed, genuinely impressed. There are some definite pros in that they work really, really well. The amount of light that you get from it, amazing. The results, really, really obvious. The cons are it's not as comfortable as I might necessarily like. It's so bright that I get a bit disoriented. But for me, those aren't deal breakers, right? They're not for me, but for you, they might be. But let's communicate about it, absolutely. For those of you who have tried this, down below in the comment section, will you let people know? Like, are you the same as me? Were you like super, super impressed? Or did you just kind of struggle getting into the rhythm of using it? What's the story there? I do have to say thank you to Current Body, specifically Shar, for sending this out to me. You took a bit of a chance considering I'm a tiny content creator. Nobody knows who I am, and you didn't know what I was going to say, so but it's mine now, and you can't take it back. I've licked it. That's I'm pretty sure that's the law. Might be the law. I have some legal friends, they'll let me know. But yeah, I was properly impressed. I would go off and buy this myself. I've actually had work colleagues comment about my skin since I started using this. I've had random people in my life talk about my skin, and I haven't told them what it is that I'm doing, and they've been like, oh, your skin is looking great. And I've been going, it's this. So yeah, basically, long story short, I'm now a fan. God damn it. So I probably will end up purchasing a few things. And now that I know that my code is 20% off, again, not affiliated, I might get that décolletage thing. No, I have other things to pay for, but I'm very tempted. I'm very, very tempted. But anyways, my gorgeous friends, that's it. It's not quite like a sciencey bad makeup science, but I'm hoping that at least by seeing the before and after, you'll get some sort of a flavour as to how this works. Were you as impressed? Or do you think I'm like being overly dramatic? Maybe I am. Maybe I'm the problem. Who knows? Anyways, my gorgeous friends, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Do please like, comment and subscribe. All that sort of stuff. I'm doing this thing with my hands. I don't know what it is. Anyways, I will talk to you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!